As Mikel Arteta conducted his post-match interview after Arsenal's 2-1 derby win against Tottenham, the sound of a Ferrari engine echoed around the Emirates Stadium. On the pitch, Arsenal's head fitness coach, Shad Forsyth, was taking the rest of the unused substitutes through their warm down. As the likes of Hector Bellerin, Rob Holding, and Pablo Mari took part in sprints and drills, the club captain was already on his way home. Last one in, but first one out, Aubameyang was leaving. As reported by The Athletic, Aubameyang was originally in Arteta's starting 11 for the North London derby, but the forward had been dropped after arriving late to a team meeting just before the game. Moreover, it is understood that it was not Aubameyang's first offence. Earlier in the year, the forward was disciplined for missing a COVID-19 test before a European trip, while in February he was reminded of his responsibilities by the club after breaching COVID-19 regulations to get a tattoo. As captain, Arteta believes it's crucial Aubameyang sets a positive example, and on this occasion, Arteta had had enough. The question is now, was Arteta right to drop Aubameyang just before the North London derby? Was he right to go about it as publicly as he did? And how exactly has the club captain responded to Arteta's disciplinary actions? When the news broke on Sunday that Aubameyang had been dropped for the North London derby, there was a general sense of upheaval amongst the Arsenal fan base. Fans demanded the reasoning why the Arsenal captain and talisman had been dropped ahead of such a big game. Just minutes after the lineups had been announced, Arteta came out in front of the cameras and explained his reasoning. Rather than deferring it to the issue of rest or tactical reasons, Arteta took a different approach. "We had a disciplinary issue," Arteta said, live on Sky Sports. "We have drawn the line and we move on. He is on the bench." Obviously, it is hard to anticipate how a high-status player such as Aubameyang would react to public humiliation. Before the match began and after Arteta's interview, many fans were angered by the Spaniard's approach. Many fans believed it was an issue that could have been dealt behind closed doors. Instead, it became a global talking point that dominated pre-match discussion. Furthermore, it may well be that rather than the actual punishment of missing a big game, it was the public humiliation that would have bothered Aubameyang the most. Throughout the entirety of the match, the forward had to sit there, knowing the cameras were on there, searching for clues. Throughout his time at Arsenal, Arteta has always made it clear that there are non-negotiables that he expects his team to abide by. Arteta has a clear code of conduct and is unwilling to make exceptions, no matter who the player is. Arteta famously took a strong line with both Mesut Ozil and Matteo Guendouzi, neither of whom played for Arsenal after failing to abide by the non-negotiables that Arteta demanded. As the Spaniard continues to look to reshape the team, it is important to note that there is a core of young professionals, including Bukayo Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, Martin Odegaard, Kieran Tierney, Gabriel Martinelli, and Gabriel Magalhaes, who have thus far showed faultless behavior. The mood around Arsenal is changing, and it is clear what kind of environment Arteta wants. With that being said, however, it is important to highlight that Aubameyang is still a popular and very well-respected figure at Arsenal. Furthermore, there remains a huge mutual respect between both him and Arteta. Since taking charge, the Spaniard has been effusive in his praise of Aubameyang. He kept him on as captain and played a crucial role in convincing the forward to sign a new 3-year contract last summer. Despite the rumors of Aubameyang's unprofessional conduct at Borussia Dortmund, they have previously been dismissed by Sven Mislintat, who worked with the forward in both Germany and London. "For me, without any doubt, he is one of the best professionals I've ever worked with," said Mislintat in 2019. "He is a hard worker, a great athlete, he is always smiling. He takes care of the young lads, he is a quiet leader, but he really is a leader." The days preceding the incident during the North London derby would have been very important for both Arteta and Aubameyang. The forward's involvement in the game against Olympiacos was a good sign, despite the fact he missed a handful of chances against the Greek side. Aubameyang's efforts over the next couple of matches against West Ham, Liverpool, and Slavia Prague will reveal a lot about how Arteta's man management skills are developing. Having handled the situation as he felt necessary during the derby, he now needs to smooth over the aftermath. Arsenal will need a happy and motivated Aubameyang if they are to have any chance of winning the Europa League. It is up to both men to make sure they can put this incident behind them very quickly. Ultimately, the success of Arteta's cultural revolution at the club will always be determined by results. In that respect, after a huge win against arch-rivals Tottenham, it was a very good day for Arsenal and Arteta. The coming weeks' decisions and performances will indicate a lot. Perhaps we will look back at this moment as a stroke of genius. Arteta has been previously praised for the discipline he showed with both Guendouzi and Ozil. However, this is a whole different matter entirely. This is the club captain, leader, and talisman we're talking about. One who will play a huge role in the future of Mikel Arteta's Arsenal.